man woke up superhuman.
Yo, internet, what's good? Your boy back at it again, bringing you boys some wonderful information about The Last of Us 2. Because let me tell you, motherfuckers is out there getting crazy. So yeah, we have a guest today, the main man with the plan. You know who he is. He don't got that fucking Marcus Houston head. So hey, man, like he cool. It's my main man, Dayshawn R. Smith from the DayshawnRShow. Looking good. Doing great. Nigga got all his games in the back and shit. So you know that this nigga a fucking expert. So yo, bro, what's going on with The Last of Us? Tell us what's going on.
Well, the agenda. Like we already know that. I make sure you include the link to my video that I just made about this. By the way,
it's up in the eye, man. Like don't even worry about it. It's in the corner.
It's gonna be in the corner, huh? Okay.
It's in the corner, okay?
Okay, we already know about the leaks. We already know about Abby, aka Ma'am. We already know about the Tiger Wood golf course known as The Last of Us.
A man chooses and a slave obeys.
A man chooses, a slave obeys.
What that means, or add that clip.
Okay, but here's the thing here. Go get your point of view. I'm going to tell you a part, but go ahead. You go ahead. Explain to me why is it okay.
Which part to you?
Okay, the part that we were talking about for one, like I said that as a creator, you should be able to do whatever you want. And explain to me why this made you mad and man, why you decide not to get the game. I need to know this. Go ahead.
I'm still gonna get the game. Like, don't put that misinformation out there. I'm still gonna get that game. All right. I still support it. But here's the thing. All right. And there's a thing in this world that I personally just don't like. Right. And believe me, I don't like it when people put information behind, or at least like that, they put a false narrative behind somebody, or they misconstrue somebody's point as to why that they're angry about something, because that tends to bother me a little bit, because that false information, it can easily spread, and then people get attacked because of it. Now, mind you, you already know that I hate fans and fanboys alike, right? I love the Naughty Dog games, but I hate the fans, right? Only because of the simple fact that these guys be kind of going a little bit too hard and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, man, be acting all funny and shit, walking up talking about some, yeah, man, like, man, you not a real fan of so-and-so if you don't have all, nigga,
unless you get the damn collector edition that cost $350. Fuck you. But go ahead, continue.
So yeah, nigga, fuck that shit. But still, right? Personally, I say that people have a right to be angry only because of one thing and one thing only. Because let's be real, the leaks, they're really not shit, right? We kind of already knew what half of that shit was because of the Left Behind DLC that came out back with the first Last of Us game. I get it, all right? People love Joel and Ellie. Now, how this plays out for them, people don't like that shit, right? So what do you think is gonna happen if you do something that people don't like? They're gonna antagonize you for it. Now, people are not gonna go out and not buy it. Come on, man. Like, they say that they're not, but they still gonna buy that shit, regardless of whatever's going, man, to go down, right? We know that the game is going, man, to get a 10. Oh, look, it got a 10. Is what it is, right? But for people to get angry, not necessarily because the word was people were getting angry because they were treating the characters in the way like that they had their lives planned out and shit. And I said, no one had that shit planned out. I say that people got angry mostly because of the fact that I like this character, I don't like this new character, and you're making me play as this new character to kill off the old one. I don't like that shit. Right, and right, I can feel that way about it. It's just I'm still going, man, to buy it, but I don't. But I personally just don't like that. You know what I mean?
But we don't know if this is actually confirmed or true, though. I mean, IGN could have clarified and cleared things up, but they didn't in that review. They gave it a 10 out of 10, by the way, for those who don't know. But
because me personally, I just don't like. I
understand what you mean.
That shit.
Yeah, you take the control out of our hands, basically. we can't change this fate, and we got to kill character that we actually grow to actually care for from the last game. I understand that entirely, but that whole thing of I plan Allie life out, to forget married, have a few kids, that shit insane to me to this very day. I read BG when it comes to that right there is utterly insane, bro.
That's the thing that I just didn't get, because I was like, actually doing that. Actually, they're like just taking the character and being like, I know their whole life story. Like they're not meant supposed to be this and be that. And I get it, right? I honestly get it in the sense that some characters are honestly a problem because, let's be real, like some nuanced like conversations are not like that. You shouldn't force them into mediums where that they were not previous. You know what I mean? Because like, again, another argument was always like, look, the first Last of Us was not about Ellie's sexuality. It was not about Joel getting with another woman. It was not about any of this relationship or gender bias stuff. It was just about a man who lost his daughter and a girl who doesn't have a parental figure, and them growing closer as a familial unit as they traverse the land until they meet this group or whatever, or at least like that. They find a place to rest their heads, and that's where they're gonna be at, right? But then this new game is like, yeah, man, we got trans people in there, we got lesbians in there, we got
they forcing agendas in the video game.
And I'm like, come on, man. Like,
now, if people are mad at just the agenda, well, after your voice, I can't hear you.
You can hear me. What you talking
There
about?
There we go. You disappeared for a second. Cause I saw your mouth move. You like, I'm like, what the hell?
Oh no. Like, it's acting funny as shit. But I'm like, like people like they don't like the agenda because like the agenda will always be the worst thing like to ever hit something. Because like when I was going over like that other thing like in my other video, when it was like when they were talking about, I think it was Don't Nod like has their little game coming out with like their two sisters and one is a trans and comes back as a boy or whatever. I'm like, that's fine as a new IP. Trying to put something in there like that is already pre-established and then trying to shift the focus now to be on that, right? I mean, like, that junk doesn't work in anime. You know what I mean? Like, we were watching Boruto a little while ago, or at least like we was watching that like back in 2019 and whatnot, and we don't like that show. Not necessarily because like Boruto like is this kind of character or whatever. People just don't like it when people pass the torch. Now, mind you, Boruto isn't doing himself any favors because it's a show that's not necessarily putting his best foot forward in terms of trying to make Boruto a likable character. He's just a Gary Stu who's just there like at the right moment, at the right time. He's a prodigy now. He doesn't have to work, man, for anything. So, we don't like his character because of that. And the same thing can be said, man, for like when Miles Morales was made, when basically Barry Allen became the Flash and whatnot. You see it in comics all the time. When you pass the torch on, man, to somebody else.
You talk Ironheart
like
too. You mean that
changes and whatnot.
You mean Daniel said he disliked Old Boy Video because they call Ironheart a Mary Sue.
She is.
Like seriously, his character Onaga wasn't Gary Stu. Like, yeah. You gotta know what these words are, baby, before you start disliking stuff. But I'm just saying.
Because the
problem, I understand you like, I know, but I understand like the last one they said they don't like the agenda. They ain't buying it because of that. I will clearly understand that, but just because the story is not going the way that you want it to go, and you don't, and you whine it because of that. That's where I got a problem with it. Like I said in my video, as a writer myself, you should be able to do whatever you want. Even though it could be controversial and your goddamn fan base be mad as hell at you. Then again, it could be a work on change. Like if you kill, like for instance, I expect Joel to get killed. It would make Ellie come to her own, grow stronger, and then she could finally become the main character.
I got a video of me saying that because I remember I said something about that a long time ago.
Yeah, but you said it. But however, killing off Ellie or take it or make you pray at somebody else, that's unforgivable. You don't supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you don't supposed to do that. She should be after Joe get killed. You supposed to be killing Abby at the end. That's all that's supposed to be. Take her ass out.
But
Because it seemed like you should have killed me. It seemed like it because you remember she said you should have killed me when you had a chance. Because she didn't kill Allie. She said don't kill her. So you should kill me when you had a chance. And she took. I hope that's the case. No, because we never actually played this game. None of us have. And
but
people
it
just
also
want
seems like that because of the backlash, like that, they also wanted to change up a few things because they still had the ability to change some things because some people were really angry about that. So that's
they're like 2 months. 2 months. They were 2 months away from the release. They put the game back. So like shit, we could change that last section before we get killed real quick. Well, yeah, we gotta change this shit, man, because they may buy 2, but they not gonna buy 3. Like honestly, I wouldn't buy 3 if I got to play as Abby. I'm not lying to you. I'll be done with the series.
I feel you with that because again, let's be real, right? I know like that they'll bring up the most infamous game of all doing that, Metal Gear Solid 2. But I'm like, here's the thing though. Metal Gear, say like we played a Solid Snake 3 games prior to, well, hell, like even in Metal Gear Solid 2, right? You play a Solid Snake, Metal Gear 2. Well, hell, man, like if you count the fucking American versions, right? You got the American version of that in Metal Gear Solid, and Metal Gear 2 Snake's Revenge, right? So Solid Snake was in 5 games before they let you play as Raiden, and then in the next game you play as Big Boss for what is it? Snake Eater, Portable Ops, Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid. Well, Peace Walker. Like that's 3 games, right? You know what I mean? Then like Metal Gear Solid 5, you're playing as Punish Snake, right? And then for Metal Gear Solid 4, you play as Solid Snake again. Then Metal Gear Revengeance, you play as Raiden. So Raiden has 2 games. Big Boss has like 3 games. Punish Snake has 1 game. And Solid Snake has like 6 games like that he's in. And this ain't even counting, man, like the fucking Acid series or like Ghost Babel and all that bullshit. So I'm like, when you kind of be like, yeah, man, like that, you play it as a different character in Metal Gear Solid 2. I'm like, there was a lot of games where like that, you play as Solid Snake, he's doing his thing, and 2 had a reason for actually doing that. This game, which is The Last of Us 2, it really doesn't have a reason to do it other than we don't play as a lot of female characters in video games.
Tomb Raider.
You know what I mean? Like Tomb Raider.
Uncharted Lost Legacy. Oh god.
You have
Control.
You have your Metroid series and all that craziness, right? You know what I mean? Like we can name them. You know what I mean? Like this ain't even talking about me like
Horizon Zero Dawn.
You know what I mean? Bloodstained. You know, like you play as female characters in action games, but the thing is that they don't play those games. So therefore, like they wouldn't
like what they did with that new the latest Halo. Not Halo, but Gears of War. What that 2 girls?
It was Gears 5, and you play as the girl from the previous game, like who was a sidekick. Cause you got Gears 4, man, like in your house. Gears of War 4, man, like in your house, right? And pretty much in 4, you played as old boy son, and like old girl who's the main character in 5. She was the girl like that had the little beanie on and whatnot, and then it was the black dude. And then in 5, they stopped making old boy son be the protagonist. They made old girl the protagonist, and then like she's palling around with the black guy now. And in one of the trailers, they kind of spoil it by saying like that she kills him. So, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know agendas are ruining games, though. But I'm just saying though, just getting mad because the story not going in the direction that you wanted to go. I don't agree with that. Like, you know why I don't agree with that.
Of course, I feel the same way. That's kind of why I feel the same way about a lot of that shit. You know?
Yeah, like the Medora thing. Like I said that, like I talked to, I can't keep bringing up Daniel, but I talked to him about, he said a lot of asinine shit.
He said a lot of things.
But like Medora, like they said that Kishimoto couldn't beat him. Yeah, he could. He could have ran away. He could beat him. No, he could. Yeah, he could. He could have easily made him beat him. I gave 3 or 4 different solutions to that problem. Like, well, that would have made a fan base. Who cares? It's your care. Do what you want.
I mean,
And
again,
all-
like, have you seen the prediction videos, man? Like for Naruto chapters, like that's like some of the most like well thought out, innovative stuff like that I've ever like caught on the internet. Where like when you would see somebody post out like a prediction video for like what's gonna happen, man, like in the next chapter or how what Naruto ends and shit. You know what I mean? Like there were a lot of good ideas in there like that just never came or was never like put out there because, you know, it's just, yo, like that's not going, man, to happen because X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? You did it for Fairy Tail, I did it for Naruto. I mean, like I even told you, man, like a way in which that they could have did that, but you know.
Yeah, but the thing, only thing you can say, you can make an ending feel underwhelming, or you could disappoint your fan, like what Fairy Tail did with Argalagia and Jeff, like literally how they got both. You know how Naruto took out both of them basically, and how he took out his brother. You just sit back like, how did he even do that? At first, you did the same thing, didn't work, but now with the power of friendship, it worked this time. What the? I can't. Don't put me back there, John. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. I can't even read Eden Zero because it look too much like Fairy Tail. I refuse to read the 100 Years Crest. I'm done. I did my time, man. I'm not diving into that bullshit. Yeah, it can't have a negative thing. You can make a fan be done with your series doing that dumb shit, but
yeah, if it happens too much, then yeah, like
you can make it. You can make it fulfilling though. He could have made it fulfilling. I gave a solution. Well, we'll make a video about that one of these days too. How they could have stopped Madara and avoid the disgrace known as Kaguya. But we gonna leave that alone, man. Woo wee. For right now.
Closing thoughts on that though, I will say that technically I would say that.
How many minutes we at right now?
We had 16 minutes. It's all good.
Okay, let finish this off.
I was gonna say that technically I do agree with that thing of like you telling somebody to make something just because you want it to be a certain way. I find that to be a problem because again, it's your viewpoint, it's your mindset. You create things because that's how
no one can control your story but you and your editors. If you popular like that, your agent, they control that too sometimes.
Of course they do.
If you indie though, you control your own story. But yeah, your agent like, bro, that ain't not a good idea. Let me explain why.
When you're indie, your fans control your series, man. Like that's just what it is. But still, right? Because like I think about that when it's like people are trying to say that Devil May Cry DMC is a bad game because Dante looks a certain way. I'm like, if you don't like the game because of his looks, then most likely you should never have bought it in the first place. You know what I mean? Devil May Cry 5 is out, and I'm like, people played it, they enjoyed it, and then they went on with their merry way, and now they're asking for like a DMC 6. Like, okay, that's fine, right? But I'm like, but I'm like, what about that? Aside from the broken gameplay of it, is making it better than the other one, other than this one has a extended history. Like, stop trying to tell people to make things which that should only appeal to you. Because I'm like, it's fine, I like it. You know what I mean? Like, I saw this same thing like years ago with what was that?
People are self-centered though,
and whatnot, where they were trying, man, to make Mortal Kombat way more realistic. And I'm like, I'll give it a try.
You know what? I got another video that I want to do now. You know that one thing that there is no perfect story. Things won't always appeal to everybody. You know what I'm saying? That one right there, I gotta make that one immediately. Cause you just trigger something here.
Well, dude, it's realism. So what can I say about that, right? You know what I mean? Because,
yeah,
again,
but I still am getting last with day one. I don't do all bossing.
Not day. Well, I should get it day one. I'm still debating, but I'm gonna get it.
You got the money for it. Why not?
Of course I do. I mean, yo, man, like I love Deus Ex, so why not play that, right?
You see that big ass Deus Ex right there, right there. There you go, right there.
That big ass Deus Ex box. I see that shit. But still, though, man, like I fucking love all that shit, though, right? But you know, I still stand by that.
Hey,
thing.
by the way, you know that I'm pouring that son that was actually there. You know what I'm talking about?
You mean your $5,000 PC, nigga?
My $10,000 PC right there, nothing there. But anyway.
Oh my Jesus, man, leave that nigga alone, man. Feel like he coming to attack us, nigga. I ain't got time for that shit.
We didn't even say no names, though, bro.
Leave that nigga alone, man. For like he start fucking with us, man. I ain't got time man, for that.
All right, no, man. Let's wrap this up. Move to the next topic.
No, I got you, man. I got you. Let's give the people their respect, and also remember that